Get caught in yesterday's severe weather. In fact, two members of the 6 News crew, Linda Wynn and Holland Haverkamp, were in the area shooting for this week's 6 Around Town when the storm began. Now, 6 News anchor Gene Patterson had a chance to sit down with Linda and Holland to talk about their experience.
Well, among those who were trapped up in the Smokies after the storm were two members of our 6 News team, and Linda Wynn with 6 Around Town. She's a producer, and Holland Haverkamp, who's a photographer, editor, man about town, and jack of all trades, joining us. Let's talk a little bit about, because I laugh right now, but we weren't laughing Thursday night, especially around midnight when we had not heard from either of you two for like 8 hours. What was going on?
Well, we were up in the Smokies for our show 6 Around Town to do a story on camping, and on our way back from Cades Cove from the campgrounds there, we got caught in the storm, and it was just chaos. You know, lots of rain, lots of wind, and all of a sudden we were stuck in traffic because of, you know, the hundreds of downed trees there, and it was just really intense. We were just kind of waiting for someone to talk to us, and it didn't really happen, and ended up waiting for hours.
Yeah. So 5.5, 6 hours trapped up there, couldn't move anywhere around.
Yeah, and of course you're just sitting there. You don't really know what's going on. You're thinking, well, that was an intense storm, but it was also very fast. You don't know how many trees were down, and then when you get to it, you see thousands of trees that they had to clear.
Now, you say you were trapped there in the cars with lots of folks. Did you get a chance to talk to any of the people there, or were they as concerned as you all seemed to be at the time, or how did that work out?
Yeah, well, we were waiting for maybe an hour or so, and then some gentlemen from the car in front of us decided to go out, and lots of people were getting out of their cars just to walk down to see, what was going on. For a long time, we didn't see any emergency vehicles, so we weren't really sure if the Park Service knew about it, or obviously there's no cell reception up there.
Right.
And they came back and they said that one tree had fallen, one tree. So we're like, okay, it might not be too long before we get out of here. And 6 hours later, we see not one, but hundreds of trees.
Yeah. And you brought it up, there's no cell access, so you couldn't get out, people couldn't get in, which led to a lot of questions about where you two were, because last we heard you were going to videotape some tubing, and I'm thinking, okay, water, storms, that's not a good mix. We're very happy you all are safe.
Yeah, well, us as well.
Yeah. Any advice for folks who are in similar situations?
Well, I think it's just, in our case, people knew we were going to be up there, so let people know where you're going to be, at any given time, especially if you can't reach people.
Yeah.
Always bring snacks and water, no matter where you go.
Good point. Very good point. All right, Linda, Holland, we're again thankful that you all are safe, and welcome back.
All right, thanks, Gene.
Well, of course, storms didn't just cause problems here in East Tennessee.